And I want to explain the disaster procedures. We basically go out this door, and I know we have a lot of people here tonight, which is great to see everyone. So anyway, we have a lot of firemen, if we would, and some police officers here, if we would have anything problem, but I'm sure that God's going to bless us tonight. So, the meetings are being videotaped, so it would be great if all of us could speak very closely up into the microphone. So, roll call of aldermen.
Alderman Hazel.
Here.
Alderman Whitaker.
Here.
Alderwoman Duco. Alderwoman Aris.
Here.
Alderman Randall.
Here.
Alderman Ferguson.
Here.
Alderman Anthony.
Here.
Alderman Ovian.
Here.
Alderman Dintelman.
Here.
Alderwoman Schaefer. Alderwoman Steele.
Here.
Alderman Rothweiler.
Here.
Alderman Elmore. Alderman Weigand.
Here.
Alderman Wiggington.
Here.
Alderwoman Sullivan.
Here.
So Duco, Schaefer, and Elmore.
Elmore, yes, and they're all excused. Okay, let's have roll call of department heads.
City Treasurer Bierman. Here. City Attorney Horner.
Present.
Police Chief Bill Clay.
Here.
Fire Chief Tom Poor.
Here for the last time.
Finance Director Jamie Matrit. Director of Public Works Jason Poole.
Here.
Director of Wastewater Randy Smith.
Here.
Director of Library Leander Spearman.
Here.
Director of IT Scott Markovich. We got Ty. City Engineer Sal Elcott.
Here.
Director of Health, Housing and Building Scott Tyler.
Here.
Director of Human Resources Seth Miller.
Here.
So Jamie and Scott are excused.
Okay. Let's stand now for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
No public hearing tonight, so we'll go on to public participation. I'd like to remind everyone, that everyone has 2 to 3 minutes to speak. And if you raise your hand, we will call on you for public participation.
Stuart in the back.
Stuart, Mr. Lanner?
Stuart Leonard, Belleville. I was a little disgusted from last week, our last meeting. The Constitution seemed to take a beating, but that's the way it is. A friend of mine come to my house yesterday, and she was, I'm not exaggerating, but she was severely mauled by a pit bull. She told me she had this side a bruise as big as a football, and on the other side, and she had 5 or 6 extremely deep and big around puncture marks in each side. And she said she was taken to the hospital and in an ambulance, and the police were called. She said it happened on West Main somewhere. Well, anyway, I wanted to, naturally you wouldn't find nothing in the News Democrat about it. Nobody will even admit to reading the News Democrat here in Belleville. But so I went to the library and had one of the ladies there done a search, and Belleville, and she couldn't find nothing. So then she searched in St. Clair County. There was no reports of any dog bite within the last within the last several weeks, I guess. So I'm just wondering what's going on here. She didn't make it up, I guarantee you that. And another thing. For 4 days, I haven't got a single letter, and I usually get 3 or 4 letters every day. And after the 5th day with no mail, I called the post office twice in that time, and they said, "Oh, you'll get mail. You don't worry." Well, on the 5th day, I finally got some mail, big week's worth of mail, and the mailman says, we're not delivering to your house anymore. We don't like your sign. Well, we had a little words about that, but I'm just curious.
Okay.
All those signs have been there for,
Mr. Lannert, I have a really quick agenda tonight, and what you're discussing is not on our agenda for this evening. And I recognize that you have concerns, as a good neighbor should be, with your friend, and I think all of us do experience.
well, that wasn't even 3 minutes. It wasn't even hardly a minute and a half. So, okay, well, have a good day.
Thank you. Okay, any more public participation? Hearing none, we would like to start this evening with recognition of Tom Poor for 29 years of service. Would you please come forward, Mr. Poor? And for serving the past 7 years as fire chief, 1992 to 2021. We thank you for your dedication, your loyalty to your job and to your men, and we thank you so much for everything that you have done for this community and for its constituents. I also want to personally thank you for your fabulous grant writing, which I know has helped with the coffers here in Belleville for many, many years. And we certainly appreciate everything you've done, and I plan on having you around here. And hoping that, as you indicated the other night, that you would still be active in the city in various ways and volunteering, so you probably should have said that in front of me. We are so grateful and so appreciative. And congratulations and enjoy your retirement.
Way to go, Tom. Woo! Way to go, Tom.
In recognition of yesterday being his birthday, a fire truck with some extra men that he can play firemen around the house.
Oh, my Lord.
At this time, we would also like recognition and presentation of medals of valor and life-saving medals to the members of the Belleville Fire Department. If all the deputy chief and the retired chief and the incoming chief will come up, and the floor is yours, gentlemen.
So just a little bit of an explanation of what we're going to do. The medals that we're going to give out tonight go back throughout the pandemic, and actually we have a couple plaques that we're going to give out that were prior to the pandemic. In, what was it, August or October? October of 19, we had a crew make a rescue, and we've given some medals at another event, but they were nominated for some for medals through the State Fire Marshal's Office, and so they weren't able to have the Medal of Honor ceremony last May, so they brought the plaques to us, and we're going to award those first. And the other medals we're going to be awarding tonight, we have two different kinds of medals. Our men and women every day save lives. So when people say, when our guys and girls say it's part of the job. It really is. I mean, they do CPR almost daily. So for us to give a medal, it's something where they put their life on the line. And we have two different kinds. We have a medal of a life-saving award, and that is when they put their own life in danger, they're inside of a structure that's burning, you know, someplace they really probably shouldn't be, and they make a grab, they pull someone out, and that person survives. We give them a life-saving medal. Through no fault of their own, if in that exact same circumstance, the victim doesn't survive, but they've still went in, they've still retrieved the victim and tried the life-saving efforts that they could, even though that person didn't survive, our people still went, you know, to the peril themselves, and so in that instance, we give a Medal of Valor. So that's what we're going to be giving out tonight. So for starters, a little bit about the call. Three gentlemen that, go ahead and come up here, guys. Captain Jeremy Desjardins. So you were acting captain that night? So what happened on this call, it was out on the west end of town, and we received a, what was your call, initial call, bathroom fire? Structure fire. So they arrived on scene, and from what I was told by the battalion chief, they were told, actually by the mother, that everybody was out. The police officers had got that information from the mother. It was confusion, and we find that all the time, that we don't believe anything anybody tells us, honestly. If someone tells us everybody's out of the car, when we have a serious accident, we don't believe until we put our own eyes on it and see it. They tell us everybody's out of a house, they tell us the fire's out, we don't believe anybody, we're coming. So when you call us and tell us, you don't need to come, it's out, it's still coming. So in this particular incident, Captain Desjardins and firefighter Preston, they were driven by Engineer Rika, and that night they pulled up, there was smoke showing in the apartment, and we actually have some videotape, I think it was even online, of them standing in the doorway. And why don't you tell them, come over here and tell me a little bit about what you heard.
Yeah, DJ said he heard somebody inside. He said he heard a baby inside. So without hesitation, we gotta go. The helmet cam is actually ironic because I left my helmet on the stairs. There's not enough time for that. We gotta go. And found little Bailey on the couch. And took her out to medical care, and she's doing great. She actually had the opportunity. I had the opportunity to meet her based on you setting me up at my engine house, and it was quite an honor. So we that's just the expectation. You know, we're going to provide the best service we can of protecting life and property for the citizens and visitors. So.
So Matthew Preston, this is from the Illinois State Fire Marshal's Office. Said you were nominated and awarded this. We wish you could have been able to get it at the ceremony, Captain Desjardins, this is awarded to you because of you guys, all three of you. That little girl's still here with us today. The night before things were shutting down, St. Patrick's Day last year, we're called to a structure fire with people trapped on Memorial Drive. Our crews got there, and let's see, where's Rick at? Oh. Rick's going to tell you, he was the first officer on scene. Tell you a little bit about that call, what happened. This is Battalion Chief Rick Wamla.
Hi. As you said, I'm a battalion chief of the fire department, in charge of battalion number 2. So if everybody was on the initial call that night on our ship, if you guys would come up, I'm going to call you by name just so people can see who you are. Let's start out with Captain Bias is not present. Engineer Strahan. Firefighter Dunneback. Captain Loge. Engineer Beck is not present. Firefighter Malone. Captain Rumpf is not present. Engineer Bodie is not present. Firefighter Henry. Battalion Chief Mills. Engineer Brock is not present. And Firefighter H's. So the way this call initially came in, it was kind of a late call in the middle of the night, and it came in as a working fire with a report of people trapped. And as it turns out that when we got there, the first crew on scene reported that we had heavy fire blowing out of the front picture window. It was a one-story ranch-style house, and there was also fire visible above the roof line coming out the kitchen window behind the house. They were told on scene, they pulled up first, engine 31 did, and that would have been Captain Bias and Firefighter Dunneback with Engineer Strahan operating the truck. So they've stretched a hose line, getting ready to do fire attack, and somebody in the yard told them that there was still a mother and child confirmed in the building. So, and that they believe they were in a front bedroom. So with the whole entire right side of the house on fire, there's no way to make entry without a hose stream. It was a possibility that they were surviving in the bedroom in the front. So they chose to make entry through the front window, try and see if they were indeed where they thought they were. And so while they were doing that, Ladder 29 with Captain Loge came up second on scene. They grabbed the hose line that engine 31 had already stretched out, started to attack the fire, work their way in through the front door, through the living room, back into the kitchen. At that point, I was in communication with both crews, and they transitioned from fire attack into search. So they branched down the hallway, going towards the bedrooms, and that was where they actually located both victims. Captain Loge found the child and removed the child from the building, and then Firefighter Malone was right with him. So he started working on the mother to get her oriented, and it was a little difficult to get her kind of transitioned and ready to move out. So he was then assisted by Firefighter Dunneback and Firefighter Henry. So the four of them actually brought the mother out to the front yard. Other crews, they did medical care in the front yard with EMS, transported both of them to the hospital. Unfortunately, they suffered fatal injuries and did not survive this fire. So, also I want to mention here, Captain Mills, Engineer Brock, and Firefighter H is on the end. They're not receiving medals tonight. However, they did actually support the operation. They were our RIT team on the scene, which to those who may not know what that is, they're basically the firefighter rescue team. So with us extending such, let's say, courageous efforts to try and make these saves under these conditions, they're basically there so that if something goes bad with us, they can get us out. So, even the people that aren't getting medals here tonight are a valuable part of the team, and everybody needs to be recognized, so their jobs are important as well. So, Chief, you ready with the awards?
Yeah, so this is where, like I said, we would give a Medal of Valor, because they did everything they could possibly do to retrieve those victims and save their lives. It's just, when they pulled up the fire, it was advanced so far that there was no way that they could be saved. So this is the medal that each one, and as we get through the night, we're gonna come just a bit short on some medals. We're still waiting for some to come in, but everybody that we mentioned is getting a medal. We'll make sure they get one. And then this is something that as they go further in their career, there'll be other ribbons and things that go with these medals for their dress uniforms.
Okay, so let's start with Captain Loge. Firefighter Malone. And then Captain Bias is not present, but he'll be receiving one. Firefighter Dunneback. Engineer Strahan. Firefighter Henry.
Captain Garland, Engineer Higgins, Firefighter Earnhardt, would you guys come on up? Okay, June 11th of 2020, we responded to a structure fire at 731 South First Street. At the time, I was still a battalion chief, so I was running out of Engine House 4 with this crew here, 1249. If you're not aware, it's only about 3 blocks from the station, so we had a really fast response time. When we arrived on scene, we had heavy smoke conditions coming from the 2-story house. When I got out of my vehicle, I did my 360 survey of the structure. I went around the left side of the house, the Bravo side, found heavy fire conditions and smoke at the back of the residence. Captain Garland and his crew, when they got off the truck, they started to deploy their crosslays, getting ready for a fire attack. And Joe was informed by some of the occupants of the structure that one of their family members was still inside, and she was on the 2nd floor of this residence. Captain Garland and firefighter Earnhardt went to the Charlie side of the structure, found the woman at the 2nd floor window with heavy smoke pushing out. A little bit of fire in the background. They deployed a ground ladder to the window, and Engineer Higgins and myself deployed a second ground ladder that Steve climbed up to assist Joe at the window to get the woman out. They were able to extricate her from the window. Heavy smoke was pushing out again, as I said. They were able to secure her, start to bring her down the ladder. Once they got close to the ground, they handed her off to Tony and myself, and then we had a civilian there that assisted us also. We were able to take her to the ambulance so she could be treated and transported. It's our understanding she made a full recovery. She did have smoke inhalation, and she may have had some first-degree burns. I'm not really sure. We don't get a lot of details on these calls on medical. But they did a great job. It's chaos on the fire scene. There's a lot of things happening, and sometimes it doesn't look very organized, but we have our methods. So once the victim was brought out and put in care of EMS, the 2nd and 3rd in company started to assist with firefighting operations, and we were able to extinguish the fire. So I think all of our crews do a fabulous job, and this is just another example of the training that we put in, and ours. We get accused of sitting in our recliners a lot, but these are the times that we will earn our checks. So great job, guys. Captain Garland, congratulations. Good job. Engineer Higgins. Congratulations. And firefighter
And of course, you hear Dave telling the story and talk about how he helped. He was still a battalion chief, and he would never think he's even part of, needing to receive a medal, but actually you do. All right, so the next fire that we had, it was a busy year in 2020. The next fire we had was on Bykirk over in the Don Heights area. So that's Rick. That's Rick here again.
So this was August 23rd of 2020, and fire again comes in at number 5 Bykirk with a report of possibly people inside. And ladder 49 was the first crew. Actually, why don't you guys come up here? I'm sorry. Let's get Captain Cates, Firefighter Rika, Firefighter Miller, Captain Kimball, Firefighter Kramer, Firefighter Cool, Captain Phelps, Firefighter Bierman, and Captain Loja. So ladder 49 was the first unit on scene, and I was right behind him, pulled up, and there was a pretty good fire showing from the rear left corner of the building, and we were encountered in the front yard by one of the occupants. Had actually got disoriented, and instead of using the front door, was apparently overcome by smoke and didn't know what was going on, and he had jumped through the plate glass window that was no more than 2 feet to the right of the door. So just to show you, people don't realize the power and the danger of smoke and how thick it can get and how it can disorient you so quickly. But this man was bleeding in the front yard with life-threatening cuts, everywhere. He had bleeding very bad. Police officers were attending to his bleeding issues, which was excellent because we needed all hands on deck to effect a rescue. Found out that there was still a woman in the house, and so 1249 Captain Cates and who was with you, Josh? Miller, firefighter Miller. They stretched the line and they went in for fire attack because we knew we had a fire to get to, so we started making things better. So when they got there and started putting water on the fire, firefighter Miller was working on the fire. Captain Cates tapped him on the shoulder once he saw that he kind of had it under control. Started searching the rooms right around the bedroom. There's another bedroom there right off the hall and a bathroom. And come across the closed door in the bathroom, and I believe you said you thought you heard her breathing. Is that right? So forced the door, got in, located the woman in the bathtub. At that time, Captain Loge and Captain Phelps were working on the Engine 11 crew. They were searching the house from a different direction to try and locate victims. And as just luck would have it, they got back into the area where they were operating with the hose line and found the victim. So they then began to assist, with clearing the way and getting the victim out. Captain Loge took over the hose line to keep the fire at bay while they got her out to the front door. Firefighter Rika was operating the truck, so he was the one that was supplying the water and making sure everything went right, had the tools ready, and it's a support role that a lot of times doesn't get the praise that it requires, because that's a busy, busy job. And then we had Captain Kimball and Firefighter Cool and Firefighter Kramer on 1229. And Captain Kimball and Captain Cool, I'm sorry, promoted you a little early, sorry about that. Captain Kimball and Firefighter Cool, they were providing patient care in the yard. So while we were waiting for EMS to arrive, it seems like they never get there quick enough. When you need them, you need them. So they did the life-saving, initiated CPR, put the AED on, and EMS luckily was pretty quick behind them, so they got to work on them quick. And then also we had Firefighter Bierman, Kyle Bierman, also on Engine 11. So him and Firefighter Kramer, they were working outside with Rika, kind of doing support, getting things going. They laid a supply line in from the hydrant to establish our water supply. So again, a lot of things going on. We needed everybody that we had. So, and one thing that I didn't mention earlier is, when I was working on the truck, I really prided myself in the things that I did and was able to achieve. I was proud of that. Now in this role, I don't get to do that stuff anymore, but it really brings me great joy and pride what every member of our department accomplishes. So when something like this happens, I get overcome and really proud of everybody here. So, Chief, are you ready for the awards? Okay, so for starters, we have Captain Cates, Firefighter Miller,
So I didn't show you before, so the life-saving medal is very similar. It has a different colored ribbon and obviously different verbiage on the medal, but they're very similar, so worn together on a uniform, they appear, similar proportions.
Captain Loge, okay. Captain Phelps, Engineer Rika, Firefighter Rika, engineer that night. And then we have Captain Kimball and Firefighter Cool.
So this is only since we're still waiting on some more medals, so we'll make sure and get yours.
So, and as Chief pointed out, this is a life-saving medal. So, so we're pleased to say that this lady did survive this fire. So.
That last fire happened not all that long ago, out across from Altoff on West Main. And the unfortunate circumstance about this fire was the elderly lady was outside the fire. Her and her husband, I think, were both there possibly. And she was actually outside the fire. You know, when we go to the schools, we tell all the kids, you know, don't go back in your house for any reason. And we have no idea why she went back in, but she did make it back out. Our guys, they were met with heavy fire, and they searched, and they found her and brought her out, and she just didn't make it. And it's one of those cases where it didn't have to happen.
Yeah, so this was 5606 West Main Street, right across the street from Altoff. And it was an evening fire. It was on November 23rd, 2020. And we were doing a department event, so companies all arrived pretty quickly together almost at the same time. And we had some pretty good fire burning in the living room area in the front of the house. It was kind of a split level, kind of one story on the right, and then up some stairs, and there was a basement on the left as well as an upper level. So the living room and the kitchen were pretty well involved with fire, and there was a very thick black smoke that was pushing out of, you know, the front door as well as all the eaves, you know, and the attic vents. It was pretty much pressurized the whole building. So you can figure that even where the fire wasn't, there was thick black smoke everywhere in the house. So guys, you want to go ahead and come up here. I'll call you by name here again. If we can get Captain DeJournay and Captain Allison and Captain Kimball and Captain Cool. I did it again. You're bound for greatness there, Cool. Engineer Wolfmeyer, Firefighter Imgrund, and Firefighter Miller again. And then we've also got Captain Phelps, Engineer Lofton, Firefighter Bierman, and Firefighter Kramer. And Engineer Bodie is not present. She was also on scene here. So crews arrived. Like I said, I described the fire scene, described what we had when we pulled up. So initially on the fire attack, that was the Engine 31 crew, which was Engineer Wolfmeyer, acting captain. Firefighter Imgrund was the acting engineer, and Firefighter Miller. So Wolfmeyer and Miller went in with the hose line to begin to extinguish the fire so that we could effect the rescue. And to get on scene, we were talking to the gentleman that lived there, and he was telling us that his wife was inside. So we really didn't have an idea for sure where she was, so we just had to search the building. So on the searches, we had 49 was assigned, which is Captain DeJournay and Captain Ellison. And so they went in to do a search, and I believe you guys went to the right, is that correct? To the right side? And then we had 1229's crew, was Captain Kimball and Captain Cool. I might as well stick with it at this point. Firefighter Cool. So they worked together, and they went ahead and started a left-hand search. So all that means is the right-hand search and the left-hand search is when you go in the door. If you go to the right, you stick to all the right side walls, and you work your way through the building. Left-hand search, same thing. So we had two crews going in, searching opposite directions, hoping somebody would come across our victim. So as it turns out, Captain Kimball and Firefighter Cool found the lady in the stairwell on the left side of the house that was going to the upstairs. So once that was done, the crew that was inside on Engine 31, they had a good knock on the fire, so 49's crew was able to get back over to them to assist. And unfortunately, there was a lot of debris. This was like a hoarder house situation where it was very hard to get through and navigate this house, especially trying to get a victim out. So, so we had the Kimball and Cool and DeJournay and Ellison, those four, were able to successfully bring the lady out. Firefighter Imgrund was pumping Engine 31, so he was supplying the water and the tools and equipment that were necessary to support this. 1211's crew, Engine 11, I was Captain Phelps and Engineer Lofton and Firefighter Bierman. They were also assigned to the RIT team, the Rapid Intervention Team, like I described earlier. And they actually had a lot of work cut out for them on this particular call because there was a lot of doors and windows that were pretty sealed tight, and with the conditions inside, we wanted to make sure that we got all those possible exits opened up. So first of all, if our crews had an emergency inside, so they could get out the closest exit that they could find. Also, if necessary, bring the victim out that way as well. So they were working quite hard on those tasks there to get the building opened up. And then also, if something happened inside to our crews working inside, they would be the rescue team. Also worth noting here is there was a water supply required on this because there was a significant fire. So there was a hydrant across the street at Altoff, and we had engineer Bodie and firefighter Kramer and who are we missing here on this one? Those guys, you guys were the ones that established the water supply, right? Am I missing anybody there? Okay, I think I got everybody. So again, we've got several members getting medals, but everybody that was there, you know, did a very valuable job that was part of the situation, and we needed everybody, again, that we had. So my thanks go out to everybody here on these crews. If you're ready, Chief?
Yeah, so we just have to give this the group.
Okay. So we have, just one medal. We ran short because we didn't expect it. We were going to have all these to do. So we're going to present these to the individuals that will be getting their own medals, but we're going to do it as a group. So if you guys would step forward as I call your names, please. Captain Kimball, Firefighter Cool, Captain DeJournay, Captain Ellison, Engineer Wolfmeyer, Firefighter Miller, and Firefighter Imgren. And unfortunately, this lady also suffered fatal injuries and did not survive.
Oh, I see.
All right, I'm gonna hijack the meeting for just one more minute. Then you can actually start the meeting. So since this is my last meeting, these are two of my grandsons from Oklahoma. We went to a Cardinal game yesterday, and they're still, they won, so playing Cubs tonight, so we got this week. So what I'm gonna ask them to do, I'm gonna ask JP and his son, I'm gonna ask Noah to take my badge and pass it to JP. Not stabbing me?
This is my son Brad, and I'm honored by having him pin me as chief.
And what a show it was. Congratulations, everyone. I now would like to have a motion to approve the city council minutes and executive session of July 6, 2021. Do I
So
have a
moved.
motion? Second?
Ferguson, second.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed? The ayes have it, so the motion carries. Now we need a motion to approve claims and disbursements in the amount of $805,346.55, and payroll in the amount of $8,061,762.20.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
No, roll call.
Oh, roll call, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Hazel.
Aye.
Whitaker.
Aye.
Harris.
Aye.
Randall.
Aye.
Ferguson.
Aye.
Anthony.
Aye.
Ovian.
Aye.
Dintelman.
Aye.
Steele.
Aye.
Rothweiler.
Aye.
Wygant.
Aye.
Wiggington.
Aye.
Sullivan.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion carries. On reports, I need a motion to approve the treasurer's report, June 2021. And could we read 10, I need a motion to read 10A and 10A1 together as one motion.
You can just read it as one motion.
Okay, yeah.
So moved.
Okay. Motion to approve treasurer report, June 2021 at 10A, and 10A1, motion to approve statement of cash and investment report, 2021.
So moved.
Second? Discussion?
Can you guys say aye?
Aye.
Or, like, don't just raise your hand, because I don't know who you are. Thank you.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Oral reports from standing committees, special committees, and any other oral reports from the elected officials or staff. Motions from the Board of Fire and Police Commissioner. Okay. Motion to approve the promotion of Detective Bo Barfield to Sergeant effective Tuesday, July 20th, 2021 at 12:01 a.m. Do I have a motion?
Randall.
Second?
Ferguson.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Whitaker.
Aye.
Harris.
Aye.
Randall.
Aye.
Ferguson.
Aye.
Anthony.
Aye.
Ovian.
Aye.
Dintelman.
Aye.
Steele.
Aye.
Rothweiler.
Aye.
Wygant.
Aye.
Wiggington.
Aye.
Sullivan.
Aye.
Hazel.
Aye.
Motion carries. Motion to approve hire, oh, yes.
You don't have to worry, it won't be a long show like this. Of course, this is Marshall, father, you guys know that. Oh, yeah. He's the assistant chief for a number of years, he worked together. And so, his family thing is just continuing on. This young man is now a sergeant, and we're very happy to have him working as a detective. Before that, patrol before that, so he's had upward projection, and that's really looking good. So what I have here tonight is your badge of office, and you can see it's still in the seal, like a war. Fresh. Mayor, normally, you don't have to, you normally have to come down and take a quick picture.
Okay.
Just stand here with us for that. And if you guys have seen this before in the past, we always make sure that we hand that out to them and so forth, and we do those things. So, yeah, we'll take it this way, we'll stand and I'll hold this. And we'll just take a picture.
Now we need a motion to approve hiring Michael Deutsch, Alexander Haynes, Brendan Robbins, and Alexander Kuhl as probationary firefighters effective August 23rd, 2021 at 12:01 a.m.
So moved, Mayor.
Second? Thank you. Any discussion? Roll call.
Harris. Randall.
Aye.
Ferguson.
Aye.
Anthony. Ovian.
Aye.
Dintelman.
Aye.
Steele. Rothweiler. Weigant.
Aye.
Wiggington.
Aye.
Sullivan. Hazel.
Aye.
Whitaker.
Aye.
Motion carries. Now I need a motion from Finance Committee. Alderman Whitaker.
On the objection, we do them as a group?
Yes.
Okay. 11B1, motion authorizing sale conversion of the following police department vehicles: a 2017 Ford Explorer ending in 2836, a 2016 Ford Explorer ending in 7885, a 2015 Ford Explorer ending in 4226, a 2015 Ford Explorer ending in 1891, a 2015 Ford Explorer ending in 1888, a 2014 Ford Taurus ending in 4226, and a 2010 Ford Crown Victoria ending in 3729, and a 2006 Ford Crown Victoria ending in 4227. 11B2, the motion to waive formal bidding procedures and purchase 6 new police department SUV interceptors from the state bid award vendor Morrow Brothers Ford in the amount of $311,280. 11B3, a motion to waive formal bidding procedures and purchase 1 new fire department SUV from the state bid award vendor Morrow Brothers Ford in the amount of $42,090. And 11B4, a motion to approve a 3-year contract renewal with Stericycle for city document shredding services. So moved.
Second. Rothweiler, second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Randall.
Aye.
Ferguson.
Aye.
Anthony.
Aye.
Ovian.
Aye.
Dintelman.
Aye.
Steele.
Aye.
Rothweiler. Weigant.
Aye.
Wiggington.
Aye.
Sullivan. Hazel.
Aye.
Whitaker.
Aye.
Harris.
Motion carries. Now I'd like to read these 2 motions together. Do I have a,
That's fine.
Go ahead and read them together. Since 11C2 came out of ordinance and legal, when you read that, if anybody's got a question,
Okay.
maybe Mr. Horner could just elaborate on
Okay.
11C2.
I believe it was placed on as administration because it was not on the agenda.
As a motion.
Action item of an ordinance.
Right, well, that's exactly right, yes, yeah, it was.
so,
Go ahead and read them together.
okay. Motion to enter into an agreement with Lockmuller Group for professional services not to exceed $8,000 for engineering consultation. And motion to approve amendment to Title 11 Business Regulations, Chapter 118 Food and Beverage Business, Convenience Store Ordinance.
So moved, Wiggington.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Ferguson. Anthony.
Aye.
Ovian.
Aye.
Dintelman.
Aye.
Steele.
Aye.
Rothweiler. Weigant. Wiggington.
Aye.
Sullivan. Hazel.
Aye.
Whitaker.
Aye.
Harris. Randall.
Aye.
Motion carries. Alderman Wiggington, would you like to make the next
I would like to
motion?
make the motion and read all these together if the council would agree. All right, 11D1, on behalf of Ordinance and Legal Review, I'd like to make a motion to amend Title 7, Traffic Code, Chapter 74, Parking Regulations, Section 74.36, Parking of Recreational Vehicles Ordinance. 11D2, motion to amend Title 9, General Regulations, Chapter 94, Parks and Recreation, Section 94.01, Park Regulations Ordinance. 11D3, motion to amend Title 3, Administration, Chapter 31, Officials and Employees, General Administration, Section 31.007, Improvements, and Title 3, Administration, Chapter 34, Finance and Review, Taxation, and Section 34.005, Office of Purchasing Ordinance. 11D4, motion to amend Title 3 Administration, Chapter 31, Officials and Employees, General Administration, Sections 31.031, City Officers, and Section 31.130, Qualifications of City Attorney, Ordinance. So moved.
Second?
Second. Randall.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Anthony.
Aye.
Ovian.
Aye.
Dintelman.
Aye.
Steele.
Aye.
Rothweiler. Weigant. Wiggington.
Aye.
Sullivan. Hazel.
Aye.
Whitaker.
Aye.
Harris. Randall.
Aye.
Ferguson.
Aye.
Motion carries. Motion from Traffic.
Traffic Committee, your, Ms. Mayor, is 11E1, motion to repeal loading zone at 13 North Church Street, so moved.
Second, Steele.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it, motion carries. I need a motion from Economic Development and Annexation Committee. Alderman Randall, please.
Is there any objection to reading them together?
No.
Thank you. 11F1, motion to approve a development agreement with Tropical Breeze Cafe for the remodeling of the existing facility located at 4901 West Main Street. 11F2, motion to approve a development agreement with Shoehorn Brewing Incorporated and Shoehorn Properties LLC for acquisition and remodeling of the existing facility located at 225 East Main Street. 11F3, motion to approve a development agreement with Oral Facial Surgery Institute of Illinois for the acquisition and remodeling of the existing facility located at 10200 West Main Street. So moved.
Second, Harris.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Ovian.
Aye.
Dintelman.
Aye.
Steele.
Aye.
Rothweiler. Weigant. Wiggington.
Aye.
Sullivan.
Aye.
Hazel.
Aye.
Whitaker.
Aye.
Harris. Randall.
Aye.
Ferguson.
Aye.
Anthony.
Aye.
Motion carries. A motion from Master Sewer, Mr. Dittelman.
I'd like to make a motion from the Master Sewer Committee, a motion authorizing sale, conversion of the following wastewater division vehicles. 1989 Chevy pickup, last four VIN number 0293, a 95 Ford pickup truck, 8498, a 96 International Vector, 7786, and a Ford Ranger 2007, 2092.
Second.
Second, Ferguson.
Discussion? Roll call.
Dintelman.
Aye.
Steele.
Aye.
Rothweiler. Weigant. Wiggington.
Aye.
Sullivan.
Aye.
Hazel.
Aye.
Whitaker.
Aye.
Harris. Randall.
Aye.
Ferguson.
Aye.
Anthony.
Aye.
Ovian.
Aye.
Motion carries. Communications, Jenny?
You guys okay if I read them all
Please.
together? 12A, an evening on Aubin with the Belleville Philharmonic, 9/11/2021. Request from Belleville Philharmonic and Nicole Hettenhausen to have an evening on Aubin with the Belleville Philharmonic, Saturday, September 11th, 2021, 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Street closure request, Aubin Street from East Garfield Street, south side to Muscuda Avenue, north side, 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. Additional city services requested, barricade, street sweeping, no parking signage, and 1 trash toter. 12B, Folsom Prison Experience Concert, 9/25/2021. Request from Lincoln Theater to host Folsom Prison Experience, Saturday, September 25th, 2021, 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Request to close 10 public parking spaces in city parking lot at corner of North High Street and East A Street for safety zone and parking of equipment and trailers, 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. Additional city services requested, barricades. 12C, New Year's Eve concert, 12/31/2021. Request from Lincoln Theater to host New Year's Eve concert Friday, December 31st, 2021, 7 p.m. to 1 a.m., 1/1/2022. Request to close 10 public parking spaces in city parking lot at corner of North High Street and East A Street for safety zone and parking of equipment and trailers, 2 p.m. to 3 a.m., 1/1/2022. Additional city services requested, barricades. 12D, Thursday Bike Night, July through September 2021. Request from Bike Walk, Belleville Main Street, and Healthier Together to host Thursday Bike Night, Thursday, July 22nd, July 29th, August 5th, August 12th, August 19th, August 26th, September 2nd, September 9th, September 16th, September 23rd, and September 30th, 5 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. No street closures, but use of bump out or parking space for bikes. Starting location varies week to week. Additional city services requested, 5 pedestrian barricades.
Steele, motion.
Ferguson, second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. We have no petitions and no resolutions this evening, so let's move on to ordinances. Motion to read by title only
And as a group, please?
as a group, yes. Okay, do I have a motion to do that?
Randall?
Wiggington.
Thank you. Any
Clarification,
discuss?
Mayor.
Yes.
Why is item number 15B, why is that basically being discussed?
It's not, you guys denied it at the last meeting, so I had to bring an ordinance back for denial
Okay, I
from
see.
the zoning case.
So if we vote,
If you vote for it, you're voting to deny it.
okay, I
Yes.
just want to clarify that.
Thank you. Okay.
So I had a motion, I'm sorry, I didn't get a sec, did I get a second?
Yes.
Roger, sorry.
Any discussion? I think we we started to vote on it. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
15A, ordinance 8966, 2021, an ordinance authorizing sale, conversion of personal property, 2017 Ford Explorer, 2016 Ford Explorer, 2015 Ford Explorer, 2015 Ford Explorer, 2015 Ford Explorer, 2014 Ford Taurus, 2010 Ford Crown Victoria, and 2006 Ford Crown Victoria Police Department vehicles. 15B, ordinance 8967, 2021, a zoning ordinance in regards to 38 June 21 Transitional Center Incorporated. 15C, ordinance 8968, 2021, an ordinance amending Title 7 Traffic Code Chapter 74 Parking Regulations, Section 74.36 Parking of Recreational Vehicles, and Title 9 General Regulations, Chapter 94 Parks and Recreation, Section 94.01 Park Regulations of the Revised Code of Ordinances of the City of Belleville as amended. 15D, ordinance 8969, 2021, an ordinance amending Title 3 Administration, Chapter 31 Officials and Employees General Administration, Section 31.007 Improvements, and Title 3 Administration, Chapter 34 Finance and Revenue Taxation, Section 34.005 Office of Purchasing of the Revised Code of Ordinances of the City of Belleville as amended. 15E, ordinance 8970, 2021, an ordinance amending Title 3 Administration, Chapter 31 Officials and Employees General Administration, Section 31.031 City Officers, and Section 31.130 Qualifications of City Attorney of the City of Belleville as amended. 15F, ordinance 8971, 2021, an ordinance amending Title 11 Business Regulations, Chapter 118 Food and Beverage Business, Sections 118.15 through 118.28 of the Revised Code of Ordinances of the City of Belleville as amended. 15G, ordinance 8972, 2021, ordinance authorizing sale and conversion of personal property, 1989 Chevy pickup, 1995 Ford pickup, 1996 International Vector, 2007 Ford Ranger, wastewater division vehicles. 15H, ordinance 8973, 2021, an ordinance amending Article 7, Traffic Code, Chapter 74, Parking Regulations of the Revised Ordinances of the City of Belleville, Illinois, as amended by amending portions of sections thereof.
Motion to approve.
Randall, so moved.
Wigginton.
Any discussion?
I got lockjaw.
Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call, please.
Steele.
Aye.
Rothweiler. Weigant. Wigington. Sullivan.
Aye.
Hazel.
Aye.
Whitaker.
Aye.
Harris. Randall.
Aye.
Ferguson.
Aye.
Anthony.
Aye.
Ovian.
Aye.
Dintelman.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion carries. Any unfinished business? Any miscellaneous and new business? We have a motion for motor fuel claims in the amount of $1,967.69.
Rothweiler moves.
Second.
Randall.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Rothweiler.
Aye.
Weigant. Wigington.
Aye.
Sullivan.
Aye.
Hazel.
Aye.
Whitaker.
Aye.
Harris. Randall.
Aye.
Ferguson. Anthony.
Aye.
Ovian.
Aye.
Dintelman.
Aye.
Steele.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion carries. No executive session this evening. And I'd like a motion to adjourn.
Ferguson, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Motion carries.
Partnership.